I've been wrenching on Harleys in my shop for 17 years, and I've torn down more Milwaukee-8 and Twin Cam engines than I care to count. Last month, a guy rolled in with a 2019 Street Glide, 32,000 miles. Engine sounded like a diesel truck. Cam bearings were scored, lifters chewed up, and there was more metal in his oil than a scrapyard. The kicker? He'd been religious about oil changes. Every 5,000 miles like clockwork, but he was running the wrong oil. A $40 mistake every oil change turned into a $4,800 rebuild. And he's not alone. About 90% of the Harley riders I see are running oil that's quietly eating their engines from the inside out. There are 5 oil types ahead that will destroy your V-twin. Number 1 is sitting in thousands of garages right now, and most riders have no idea it's a time bomb. But we start at number 5. Number 5. Generic Automotive 20W50 from the auto parts store. Here's the deal. You walk into any AutoZone or O'Reilly's, and you see Castrol GTX or Valvoline 20W50 on the shelf for $12 a gallon. Same weight Harley recommends, right? Wrong. Automotive oils are built for car engines that spin 3,000 to 7,000 RPM with full pressure oiling systems. Your Harley V-twin? It's doing 2,000 to 3,500 RPM most of the time. And critical parts like cam lobes and lifters depend on splash lubrication in the top end. That means the oil needs to cling to metal. It needs what's called film strength. Automotive oils don't have it. The additive package is all wrong. Car oils use friction modifiers that make oil slippery. Great for fuel economy in a Honda Civic. Terrible for a Harley cam chain that needs grip to keep tension. I've measured oil film thickness on cam lobes with Automotive 20W50, and it breaks down to under 2 microns at operating temperature. Harley-specific oil stays above 4 microns. What happens is this. You run Automotive 20W50 for 10,000 or 15,000 miles, and you start hearing a light tick from the top end. That's metal-on-metal contact. The cam lobes are wearing faster than they should. On a Twin Cam 103, I've seen cam lobe wear of 0.008 inches in under 20,000 miles with automotive oil. Factory spec allows 0.002 inches max before replacement. You're looking at a $1,200 to $1,800 cam replacement, plus another $400 for lifters, and you've just cut 30,000 miles off your engine's life. The fix is simple. Don't buy oil based on weight alone. Harley V-twins need motorcycle-specific oil with high ZDDP, that's zinc dialkyl-dithiophosphate, at least 1/200 parts per million. Automotive oils cap out around 800 because catalytic converters can't handle more. If you've been running Automotive 20W50, switch now. Your cam lobes will thank you. Number 4. Lightweight full synthetics like 0W40 or 5W30. I see this one a lot with younger riders or guys coming from sport bikes. They figure thinner oil flows better, and full synthetic is always better, right? Not in an air-cooled or oil-cooled Harley. Here's what's really happening. Harley engines, especially the Milwaukee-8 107 and 114, run hot. We're talking oil temperatures that spike to 230, sometimes 250 degrees Fahrenheit in summer traffic. At those temperatures, a 0W40 or 5W30 synthetic thins out faster than honey in the sun. The viscosity at operating temperature drops below what the engine was designed for. Those big lazy pistons and long-stroke crankshafts need thick oil to maintain pressure. When you run thin synthetic, oil pressure can drop from a healthy 32 psi at idle down to 18 or 20 psi. That's barely enough to keep the crank bearings fed. I pulled a 2020 Lowrider S apart last year. The owner had been running Mobil 1 5W30 because it's the best. The rod bearings had visible scoring, the main bearings were starting to show copper, and the oil pump was working overtime trying to maintain pressure. Harley specifies 20W50 for a reason. At 230 degrees, a quality 20W50 holds a viscosity around 16 to 18 centistokes. A 5W30 drops to 9 or 10. That's half the protection. The damage shows up as low oil pressure. Stick with 20W50 or 20W60 if you ride in extreme heat. Number 3. Bargain brand motorcycle oil with low ZDDP content. This is where things get tricky. You walk into a shop and they've got a house brand motorcycle oil, maybe 25 for a gallon, and the label says for all motorcycles. Sounds perfect. And it's half the price of Harley's oil. But here's the problem. Not all motorcycle oil is built for big V-twins. A lot of the budget stuff is formulated for smaller, higher revving engines, Japanese parallel twins, or single-cylinder bikes. The ZDDP levels are too low. ZDDP is the anti-wear additive that protects cam lobes and valve train components. Harley cam lobes run in a boundary lubrication zone, meaning there's direct metal-to-metal pressure. Without enough ZDDP, that pressure grinds the cam lobe flat. I've tested bargain oils, and some of them come in at 600 to 800 parts per million ZDDP. Harley engines need 1/200 minimum, and I prefer 1/400 or higher. The difference shows up fast. Run low ZDDP oil for one season, maybe 8,000 miles, and you'll hear it. A sharp tick at idle that gets louder as the engine warms up. That's a lifter that's no longer riding on a smooth cam lobe. The lobe has started to flatten, and the lifter is hammering. I pulled a cam out of a 2016 Road King last summer. The owner had been using a cheap motorcycle oil from a discount chain. 3 of the 6 lobes were visibly dished out in the center. Measuring them, they'd lost 0.02 inches of lift. That's catastrophic. Here's the fix. Check the spec sheet. If the oil doesn't list ZDDP content, or if it's marketed for all motorcycles without calling out V-twins, skip it. Stick with brands that publish their additive packages. AMSOIL V-Twin 20W50 runs 1/400 ppm. ZDDP. Mobil 1 Racing 4T runs around 1E300. Harley's Screaming Eagle. Swin 3 is right at 1/200. Don't gamble on your cam lobes to save $20. Number 2. Diesel engine oil, and this one surprises people. For years, old-school Harley guys swore by Rotella T6 or Chevron Delo. Heavy-duty diesel oil, high ZDDP, cheap and available everywhere. I ran it myself back in the day. But here's the problem. Diesel oil formulations changed around 2007 to meet emissions standards. The newer CJ4 and CK4 rated oils dropped ZDDP levels hard, down to 900 or 1,000 parts per million in some cases, because diesel particulate filters can't handle high zinc. On top of that, diesel oils are built for constant speed, high-load operation. Think semi-trucks running 65 mph for hours. They're not designed for the stop-and-go heat cycling a Harley sees, especially in a primary case where the oil is also lubricating a wet clutch. I've seen clutches glazed and slipping after just 6,000 miles with Rotella T6 in the primary. The friction modifiers in diesel oil are too aggressive. They make the clutch plate slick and you lose bite. Shifting gets notchy, and eventually the bike starts to creep at stoplights, even with the clutch pulled in. Worse, the detergent package in diesel oil is harsh. It's designed to scrub soot out of a diesel combustion chamber. In a Harley primary or transmission, it can strip the friction material right off the clutch plates. I've opened up primaries that looked like someone dumped black pepper inside. That was clutch material suspended in the oil. Replacing a clutch pack runs $400 to $600 in parts, and if you let it go too long, you're also replacing the pressure plate and possibly the compensator. The engine side isn't much better. Modern diesel oils shear down faster in a motorcycle gearbox. I've tested Rotella T6 after 5,000 miles in a Harley transmission, and the viscosity had dropped from 25 centistokes to 18. That's out of spec. Number 1. Energy-conserving automotive synthetic oil. This is the silent killer, and it's sitting in thousands of Harley engines right now. You see a jug of Mobil 1 or Pennzoil Platinum at Walmart. Full synthetic 20W50 weight, 30 for a 5-quart jug. It says superior protection and extended drain. Intervals. Looks perfect. But turn the bottle around and look for a little starburst symbol that says energy conserving or resource conserving. If you see that, do not put it in your Harley, ever. Here's why. Energy-conserving oils are formulated to reduce friction and improve fuel economy in cars. They use friction modifiers, molybdenum, and graphite compounds that make metal surfaces slippery. Great for a car engine with roller bearings and pressurized oiling. Death for a Harley wet clutch. I've measured clutch plates that started at 0.120 inches thick and were down to 0.090 inches after 8,000 miles with energy-conserving oil. That's 25% of the friction material burned off. But the damage doesn't stop at the clutch. Energy-conserving oils also have low ZDDP, typically 600 to 800 parts per million because high zinc fouls catalytic converters. Your cam lobes are running with half the protection they need. I tore down a 2018 Milwaukee-8 114 2 months ago. The owner had been using Pennzoil Platinum 20W50 with the fuel economy label. At 28,000 miles, 4 of the 6 cam lobes had visible pitting. The hydraulic cam chain tensioner had collapsed because the oil was too slippery to hold pressure, and the clutch was completely smoked. Total damage, $2,100 for cams, tensioner, and lifters. Another $650 for a full clutch pack. and $300 in labor for the primary. Almost $3,100 in repairs because he bought the wrong oil at Walmart. For most Milwaukee-8 and Twin Cam engines, I recommend AMSOIL V-Twin 20W50, Mobile Hunter Racing 40, or Harley's own Screaming Eagle Sin 3. They're $40 to $50 for a full change, and they'll save you thousands in repairs. Don't let a $15 oil choice turn into a $3,000 engine rebuild. Across all 5 oil types, one pattern stands out. The damage isn't instant. It's quiet, gradual, and by the time you hear it, you're already looking at a big repair bill. Harley V-Twins are not fragile. They'll run 100,000 miles or more if you treat them right, but they are honest. They will not forgive the wrong oil, so here's what you do. Check what's in your bike right now. If it's automotive oil, cheap motorcycle oil, diesel oil, or anything with energy conserving on the label, drain it this weekend. Switch to a quality motorcycle-specific 20W50 with high ZDDP and JASO MA2 rating. It'll cost you an extra $20 per change, and it'll save you $3,000 in repairs. Oil is the cheapest insurance your Harley has. Don't cheap out on the one thing keeping metal from grinding on metal at 200 degrees. Ride smart.